Good evening. Welcome to Out of the Norm Cooking with the Cheesemans. I'm Shawnee Cheeseman and I'm here to prepare a meal called It's So Chilly. So chilly, it's cold outside. We need to get something warm to eat, something that'll take maybe about 30-60 minutes to make. We have about 2 to 3 cans of kidney beans. It can be red or light red. Then we have a pan to fry our meat in. And we also have about 2.5 to 3 pounds of ground beef, but you can use turkey or ground sausage. Then we have about 16 ounces of tomato sauce, organic, for those of you that have acid stomachs or acid reflux. And we have spices. We have a half a teaspoon of spices, seasonings, and we have a half a teaspoon of garlic powder. 1/4 cup of brown sugar, half a cup of chili powder, half a cup of cheddar cheese, half a cup of mozzarella, which is optional, and about a half a cup of sour cream, and or you can use organic yogurt. Optional also is chopped onions, and of course our chips. Now if you come on over here, I'll show you how to fry it up. We'll start the pan. Medium high is what we want to use on our stove. And of course we're going to go ahead and add our ground beef. Go ahead and spread it out. And this is for anyone that wants to come home, you get off of work, you're tired, you don't want to spend a whole lot of time behind the stove, and you want to spend about maybe close to an hour or so trying to get this done. So we'll go ahead and put that in there, and we'll add the seasonings. And we'll just sprinkle it on there. Just take it and just dab it all in. Just shake it all in there. Get it all seasoned up. Let it fry for about 10-15 minutes or so. And we'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody. Okay, just a reminder while we're frying up the meat, you can also add, if you're going to use beef or ground beef, you can also add beef base. This is about a half a teaspoon. I'm going to add that in there also. We didn't get a chance to talk about that, but that's okay. We got it now. And let's go ahead and drain our meat. Now remember, this meal is something for anyone to make. It's real simple. And we're called Out of the Norm because we're making meals out of the norm. It is out of the norm that you would use just basic foods that you would get out of the grocery freezer or the grocery store to make. Real simple, real easy. No gourmet, no Rachael Ray. Just simple food that we have in our cupboards, in our refrigerators, and our freezers, and just take it out. You leave some ground beef out, take it, and you pour it in. Make sure you drain out all the grease. Put back all the meat. Okay. Now we're going to add our sauces and spices. Go ahead and add this, which is our tomato sauce. Put that all in there, and make sure you put it on medium high so you can get it all nice and bubbly up. Try to get all that in there. You're going to need all the sauce. And remember, your kidney beans are going to stay in the pot. They're going to sit there and wait on the rest of your meal. So we're preparing the rest of our meals. Get that all stirred up in there. And I'm going to add our beef base, half a teaspoon. Give it that nice beef flavor. Add in the brown sugar, about 1/4 cup. Chili powder, about a half cup. And then we're going to stir. Once we have it all combined together, mixed well, then we're going to put it in with our kidney beans. Pour it all in. Bring it to a boil. This is something fast, easy, fill you up nice and hot and warm, and tasty. For anyone to make when they get off of work. Moms, dads, single men, single women. It's great for anyone. Just mix it together. And like I said, you want to make sure you use at least 2 to 3 cans depending on how much beans that you like. With the kidney beans, it's always good to use at least 3 cans to every 2 pounds or 2.5 pounds of meat. Mix it all together. Try to get it to a boil. And once we get it to a boil, cover it over and let it cook down for another 10 minutes or so. And we'll be right back. Thank you. Welcome back. Now our dish is ready to be prepared. I'll go ahead and grab our beans. Now remember, we had it on simmer, low or simmer, for anywhere from 10 to 20 minutes. Depends how thick or thin that you want it. So let's say you want it thick, then out of 2 of the cans of the 3, you would drain the cans. If you want it more like a stew, then you need to leave the cans in undrained. All of them. Let's go over here. And let's prepare our meals. Now we're going to prepare them in 2 different ways. One way, we're going to make it as a stew. And I'm going to pour some of the beans in a bowl. Nice and thick and hearty. Very tasty. And it'll fill you up. And like I said, optional for mozzarella. Mostly cheddar cheese. And we just sprinkle cheddar cheese on top. Now this meal can cost anywhere between $20 to $25. Just depends. I'm going to go ahead and rinse this off. A little dabble of our sour cream. Dabble it on top. Real simple, real easy. Chips on the side. And then you can eat it as a stew. Real tasty. And boop, it's done. Put that to the side. Now let's do it as an appetizer or an entree, whichever you want to call it. I'll put our spoon in there because we're going to sprinkle it around. First thing we're going to do is get our chips and just kind of display them out. Because we want a nice little appetizer that's going to be nice and filling and tasty. Display the chips any way you like. And then you want to dabble some cheese all over the chips. Make it nice and cheesy and gooey. Next, and maybe you want to use a small spoon. That way you can just kind of sprinkle it all around. Get it all evenly. Just dabble a little here and there. Now remember, the onions are optional. You can put your onions in the stew before you put the cheese in, or you can just throw them on top of the entree appetizer that we're making here. It just depends on how and what you like. We'll leave the onions to the side. Most people don't like onions. Then what we're going to do, sprinkle a little bit more cheese. And like I said, the mozzarella is optional, but we'll just do a little bit more. Just to make it pretty. Nice and pretty and cheesy. More cheese. Always more cheese. And then we're going to add some more chips. A little bit more cheese. And then if you like, because this plate is bake proof, you can put it in the oven and let it toast and let it get all melted. Or you can put it in your microwave and put it in the microwave for a few seconds and melt it. Each way, it doesn't matter. It just depends on you and what you like to do. So we'll throw it in the microwave. We got a lot of moms that are on a rush. They have kids waiting, they all want to eat, so they might not want to wait for the oven, but you can do either or. It doesn't matter. Get the cheese all nice and melted. And you can do it for about maybe 50, 60 seconds. Not long, just depends. Every microwave is different. Now, it's all melted up underneath the bottom. And then it'll start melting on the top also. And then you do a little dabble of your sour cream. And now you're ready to eat. Less than $20. And it's all yours. Bye. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.